And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I am reviewing Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, the third of this 5 movie marathon. This movie was released in 2007, yes, only 1 year after the second one. A very quick turnaround as compared to a 3 year difference between the first and the second movies. And in fact, this is the gap between the second and third movies is the shortest gap between any of the movies in this franchise, which is kind of interesting. A lot of red flags pop up when you see they only had a year, but how does it stack up? Got a lot of thoughts, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? Gotta say right off the bat, cold ass opening with the singing and the hangings and stuff. Like, Jesus, that was really cold. The British invasion of Singapore is insane. Like, you almost forget that they're there, and then they do shit like this. It's kind of crazy. And then now this Barbossa's guy, who was the main enemy of the first movie and died, is back. It's not really explained how he came back. Well, it is. It is explained how he came back. But, like, why? It's kind of like an evil bong. And I hate to be making another evil bong comparison here. But, it's like they took a guy who is... They took a guy who was a relatively minuscule character. It's kind of like a rabbit situation. But, Barbossa, he was the main antagonist in the first movie. So he had a more significant role. But then you take that, and he just comes back, and now he's a part of the team. He's a good guy. He's not really a good guy, but they paint him as one. And then he's just there. Then he just becomes like a big main character for the remainder of these movies. Why? Why kill him in the first place if you're just gonna bring him back? Speaking of that, they bring Jack Sparrow back in this movie. He also returns from the dead. My question is, what was the point of the ending of both the first movie and the second movie, where you kill off these characters if you're only gonna bring them back in the third movie? What the fuck's the point? It's like it negates the point of the endings, especially for the death of Jack Sparrow. The movie came out a year prior. You had to have known when you were still filming this one that you knew you were going to bring him back for the next one. So what's the point of killing him off? Huh? What's the point? I think everybody and their mother knew that he was going to come back in some form, so why kill him off in the first place? Wouldn't it have been cooler at the Kraken fight at the end of the second movie if, like, he does some cool, like, mythical shit? Because that's what this movie's all about, is, like, some random-ass mythical shit with pirates. He, like, blows it up with, like, a cannon or something in there. And he comes out victorious. Or, like, they think he's dead, but he's not really dead, and we can see that he's still alive. And then he comes like a grand entrance or something in the third movie. That would have been cooler than just like flipping and then just like going down a waterfall to this desolate area where Jack Sparrow's having schizophrenic hallucinations about himself, and then you just find him on the beach, and then you're stuck. But then you think you're stuck in La La Land until then they're like, oh yeah, just flip the boat over at sunset. That will surely not cause you guys to drown. That'll bring you back. Lo and behold, brings them back. For what reason? But I can't complain too much, because Jack Sparrow coming back means that this movie does have a base good quality level. He is still amazing. Still amazing in this movie. Johnny Depp is. Really good job, as always. So, was very happy to see that. Um, the scenery in this movie as well is insanely good. Especially those cold places, the colder regions that they go to in this movie are insanely good. Very, very, very good. Probably the best scenery looking in the entire franchise. It is really awesome. And then they do it again. They did the currency quote in the last movie. And then this movie, they just do the immaterial is now the immaterial. What the fuck is this? Did you just like Control C, Control V for the comments of from the two movies? It feels like these two movies were made at the same time. Same time. What was the point of that line at all? But was it to set up this line? Slap me thrice and hand me to my mama. What is that line? Here you go, Mom. Is that what it is? I love how the telescope thing as well is just a metaphor for a dick measuring contest. I think that's really funny. Yeah, I really, really like that. And then, again, I talked about them already. The schizophrenic hallucination scenes, those are too much. Those are too much. What the fuck are we doing with those scenes, guys? It's kind of like a bad version of the stereo sequences in Far From Home, where it's just like throwing you all over the place and completely distorting your visions and memories and perceptions of everything, but it's done in a bad way. I didn't like it. I also wonder if any crazy person out there, any Trump supporters out there, ooh, scary comment, are going to use this movie in their flat Earth theory because they fall off the edge of the world, even though the Earth is said to be round very many times in this franchise. I wonder if anybody will use this because they have a very narrow-minded look on everything. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody's done it before. The bird's funny. The bird has been there each of these movies, but he hasn't really done much till this point. I thought he was funny in this movie, though. And also, a couple of characters that I forgot to comment on in the last couple of reviews are the Deadeye and guy, as well as the bald guy, like that pair. To me, they remind me of the train workers from Polar Express, the caribou. Those. Yeah, so that's what they reminded me of. They're okay. They're okay in this movie. They're just okay. The whole plot of this movie, I guess it's kind of true for all the other ones, but especially this one, is just driven off of basic capitalism. Like, they just want to trade and make money, sell things. They don't care about anything. And it's like, okay, what are we doing, guys? Come on. You gotta have a better plot driver than that. Gotta make it a little less realistic. Come on now. First movie we had the British Empire fighting zombies. Now it's the British Empire wanting to be the leader in trading. The fuck? There's a lot of people going to jail in this movie as well. Quite a few people go to jail in a lot of the movies. But this movie especially, there's a lot of it. Another one. Sneeze compilation. Jesus Christ. Also, a complaint. There's a lot of just random ass conversations that really draw out this movie. And it becomes too much. Like, there's not as much action. This movie also isn't as goofy. It doesn't try and paint a serious picture, but it just doesn't land as much on the goofiness of the jokes. Mostly because Jack Sparrow isn't in this movie as much as the other ones, and when he is in it, he's either having a schizophrenic episode or he's just there. He doesn't really do much. So this movie is kind of in that zone where it's just like it's not bad. Well, it is bad because there's no funny, but it's also trying not to be serious. So it's just like that weird middle ground. It doesn't really work. I also really don't like the way that Calypso talks. It really pisses me off that they made her talk like that. I don't like it at all. It's very annoying. And also, like, there's a whole thing about Davy Jones not being able to be on land except for once every 10 years. Does standing on a bucket count as being on land? Apparently not. Also, that final sequence, the final battle, could you have picked a worse time to propose? Could you have picked a worse time to propose than when your ship's about to fucking sink and you're about to get blown up by a cannonball? Yeah, the girl will definitely say yes at that point. They even call it out. Who's the guy? I already forgot his name again. Barbossa. They do Barbossa. Barbossa propose? No, Barbossa doesn't do the proposal. I don't remember who marries them. I forgot. But like, what a weird ass time to do it. And they even say it during that time. It's like, really now? That's what I was thinking, buddy. Really? Also, since when could Davy Jones just teleport? Like, there's so much that is set. There's so much precedent set about Davy Jones in the first movie because he's in it so much. And, like, the whole thing with the bucket, the teleporting, all that sort of stuff, it's never explained in the first movie. And I feel like that's something you would want to explain before making it a main thing. Just saying. Also, having William stab the heart after just being stabbed himself is just cruel. Just cruel stuff from Jack Sparrow there. Very, very character defining cruel moment. But it's on point for him throughout all these movies, really. And then they have a parachute in the hurricane. Like, that's gonna work. Okay. You just do whatever you want now, apparently. And then at the end, they just sniff legs? What? Sniffing legs? Yeah, that's affection. Look at them thighs. Salty, smelly air. Pirate time. Yeah, that's affection, apparently. Noah thinks this is his favorite movie of all time. And, sure. See why people like it. I was a little disappointed. Only a little bit. There's some good stuff. It's not a terrible movie by any means. But not my favorite. I was a little disappointed. The movie just gets really, really weird, and it just breaks its own rules right after it sets them. There's a lot of just really dumb stuff that happens in this movie too that just helps it make no sense whatsoever. And you know what? I don't understand it. So, with that being said, my final score for At World's End, 7. Maybe even 6.5. We'll go 6.5. I think that's where I want to put it. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever seen this movie, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more movie reviews and other awesome stuff. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.